have no idea why this is lit up like this. This is the Ronald Reagan building, the home to Customs and Border Protection and the U.S. Agency for International Development. And tonight, it's just lit up. It's kind of pretty, but like I said, no idea why. And up there is the park police, and then they've got the trucks that they're loading. There's trucks all over the place. They're going to come in, the forklifts will pick these things up. I have no idea where these things are stored. They have just, it's ungodly amount of fencing. And I mean, last night there was a dozen flatbed trailers, and tonight I'm sure there'll be another dozen flatbed trailers. And where this stuff ends up, I just don't know. Comes the porta potty. I have no idea why there's a mobile porta potty. I do hope we don't have this come up again. So we're coming down here. This is 15th and Constitution, and we're right across from the Washington Monument. And they're already working down on this corner to remove the fence. The homeless fellow we sometimes feed is over here. And the fence removal crew is coming. This scooter is dying. There we go. Oh. Whew. So this could be one of the last fence videos I make, thank God. I'm getting tired of these fence videos, but it is something rather unique. Hopefully we don't have to see it ever again in Washington. These things stack together kind of like erector sets. They've got the crossbars that fit in, making a pallet. They weigh a ton. These guys have to like manhandle each panel. Looks like my intel was correct. They are taking down the fence, at least on the Ellipse. I don't know about Lafayette Park. When I went by Lafayette Park, it was still fenced in, and I suspect it's going to stay fenced in until Kamala Harris moves into the Vice President's mansion up at the Naval Observatory. No idea when that might be. I drove by it again tonight. There are some lights on in there, but could be the construction guys, could be like something else, who knows. Anyway, I'm going to edit up some of this because I know that other video was very jerky as I was riding the scooter with the phone. So let's put this up online in nice 4K Steadicam. Hey, good morning. It is about 9 a.m. It's Wednesday? Yeah, I lose track of these things. But take a look over here. No fence. Yep. The fence is gone from the White House Ellipse. The Ellipse is the area just south of the White House grounds. It's now kind of like the presidential parking lot for his staff. It's also where the National Christmas tree is, and we're gonna go take a look for the first time in months. So, let's go visit the Christmas tree. So yesterday, this was the fence line. You can see it's still kind of dirty from all the trees and stuff over the last few months. And this was forbidden ground. Looks like they haven't really mowed either. There's actually some cool historical stuff out here. Let's go take a look at that, besides the Christmas tree. Oh, there's a convoy. So you see there's a black Suburban followed by a black Suburban followed by a black Suburban followed by a black Suburban. That's probably a cabinet secretary level convoy, like the Secretary of State or the Secretary of Defense. Normally someone like the Secretary of Housing doesn't have a 4-car, heavily armed bodyguard convoy. So we got to figure it's someone in the national security apparatus. And they visit the White House every day. Oh, you know what? It's going to rain. I didn't bring my umbrella. So that was a mini motorcade. I'm not sure where they're going. Maybe they're going over to Treasury. Maybe it's the Secretary of Treasury. I don't think there's a cabinet meeting today. I didn't see one on the schedule, but. So yeah, here's the White House Ellipse, and there's the smoky steam tunnel vents that you guys were asking about recently out on the Ellipse. And they're in a straight line from the Department of Commerce over to the OAS, Organization of American States, which is also fed by the same steam line. Back out here is the White House flag at the tennis court, and that is where the POW MIA flag is flying at the White House. It used to be flying over the White House, but then they moved it back here sometime during the Trump administration. I think it was in like October or something like that. September, October, they moved it back here. There have been calls to move it back on top of the White House, but that hasn't happened yet. I'm like all by myself. There's nobody here. They still have the fences up from the Christmas tree. So the National Christmas Tree fence is still up. They haven't gotten around to clearing that out yet. They'll get on it. Oh, we have absolutely no view today because they're putting up the new White House fence. This is the new official fence, the new permanent fence. It's 12 feet, not 8 feet. And they started work on this, oh God, last summer. So it looks like it should be done. I should have brought my umbrella. So I tell you what, guys, we're not going to get much of a view of anything down here today. Yeah, this is the White House Christmas tree fencing. They have like this Christmas tree festival, and they put the fences up so you don't like steal the tree. Boy, the tree looks like crap. Oh, it looks like unloved. It's like brown. We'll investigate in a bit. Oh, so you can see actually a little bit of the White House. Not much. I think if I stand up on a cement block, I can, and then hold my hand up high, we might be able to see. Yeah, just a bit. So, yeah, we can get a lot closer now. So this is an interesting thing. This is the 0 milestone. Basically, this is the point where all distance to Washington, D.C. is measured from. So if you go outside and you see a sign saying Washington, D.C. 300 miles away, it's to this point. It's 300 miles to this point. Now, this was also the starting point of the transcontinental army experiment. Basically, the U.S. Army decided that they were going to send a motorcade, a motor convoy, across the United States. And it started from this point. And it took about a month. This is between World War I, World War II. The trucks broke down, and some guys died. It was a disaster because the U.S. roadway system was, well, it was a disaster at the time. This is before interstates and stuff. Now, there was a young officer who was added to that trip at the last minute, and his name was Dwight Eisenhower. He was like a lieutenant or something like that, and he was added to the trip of the first transcontinental drive. So when Dwight Eisenhower came back from Germany after seeing the Autobahns in World War II, or whatever the German highway system was called back then, he then said, you know what, we need an interstate highway system in the United States. And I tell you why, because I drove across country when I was a young officer, and it was absolute hell. That trip started right here. Fun stuff. Your interstate highway is because of what happened there almost 100 some years ago. So there is the White House Christmas tree, looking very, very brown, very, very beat up. It needs some love. It needs some tender care. Like, a lot of it is like dead. Let's get a picture of this so we can Instagram it to our friends. But it is pretty brownish. I think the maintenance crews have not been out here in a while. So I tell you what, we're going to actually go back and get an umbrella because it's raining a lot now. So we're going to make our way back, get an umbrella, then we'll walk around. I don't think the other side has the fences been removed. And fences have been removed basically, so this is E Street, E as in Edward, and the fences have been removed all the way around the Ellipse. But from E Street to the north and up into Lafayette Park, you still got fences. Yep. The permanent White House fence, and then you have a temporary Riot fence around Lafayette Park. And I think the Lafayette Park fence is going to remain until the vice president moves out of Blair House. Oh, you guys want me to go there, don't you? I know you do. It is muddy. All right, we'll do it for you guys. You want to see the steam. Yeah, you want to see the steam. So let's go out to this big vent, and I'll show you the steam tunnel. They aerated this. There's lots of little aeration pellets here. That or I'm walking through like the biggest pile of goose poop. Oh my God. Actually, you know what? Oh, that was not a pleasant realization. Okay, those are not aeration pellets. Those are goose pellets. Oh, that wasn't fun. They look like aeration pellets, you know, where they go through the room, they put those little plugs in the yard, but no. Oh my God, it's a minefield here. I cannot begin to describe. Ah! They're everywhere. How many geese were out here, man? Ugh. All right, guys, steam vent. Ta-da! So this is the steam vent. There's another one there and another one there. And then there's the ones that go down there. That's the ones I showed you in the video over on whatever that is. C Street, I guess. And there's another one directly in line there, and you can actually see like the pipeline. There's like little marks. Can you see that? There's like little spots of the grass that are grown deeper, probably because they get more moisture. And you always want me to tell you what it smells like, and this one smells like musty again. This one doesn't stink as much as the one the other day, the one that was up there. It just smells like a musty dehumidifier. A little bit hot. Okay, there's those geese. Let's go chase them off. Or get chased by them. Anyway, this is like a straight line. And if you look at that 1947 map of the steam tunnel network, you see this one right on the map as part of the 1947 steam tunnel system that was built to heat all of downtown Washington's government buildings. I don't know why they vent. You know what? Geese are mean. I'm just going to go over here. Kind of mind my own business. Yeah. Pellet dropping monsters. I still hear forklifts and stuff, trucks going around, moving some of the old fence, I think. There's a lot of manholes over here. Yeah. You can actually see standing water down there. Alright, where did I park my car? My umbrella's in the car. I am wearing hiking shoes today. I don't wear my new shoes today because it was so yucky. So yeah, we haven't been out here in months. It feels kind of cool to be back here. Kind of missing more public space. So many in Washington who have, very much, I mean, honestly, zero interest in politics. Yeah, zero interest in politics. But they were very concerned about the fences. The fences sort of struck a chord with them. Losing public access to government parks. It was just something that just kind of rubbed everybody the wrong way. And of course the traffic nightmare is the traffic, but There are a lot of people who are upset about the fences who aren't normally involved in political discussions here in DC. All right, let's go get my umbrella. It's wet. Ah, my shoes are all wet now. So we were here yesterday. That's DAR Hall. That's the American Red Cross. That's the Corcoran Art Gallery. I won't go into too much detail with those. The steam tunnel runs down that street over to the State Department and the Department of Interior building, which is the building you kind of see in the background there, the Department of Interior. GSA is back there. There's a whole bunch of government buildings back there. And there's a whole bunch of government buildings on that side. That's called Federal Triangle, and the tunnel connects the two of them, providing high pressure steam and I think chilled water too. They have like a giant water chiller facility too that provides chilled water to all those buildings. They're talking about putting in an electric grid, like a microgrid. So we're gonna go up 17th Street here in a minute, but I gotta get an umbrella, so let me turn the camera off. Okay, we are back and it's actually raining a lot harder now. So good timing on the umbrella. You're gonna see it pop up occasionally in the camera. We're gonna make our way up to Lafayette Park just to be sure that it is shut down, as we were suspecting. Though they might have opened up gate access, which would be nice, so you can like go in and check out a few things. We're just gonna jaywalk. Yeah. It's wet. Wet, 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 and finally dry. Whew. So over there is the Renwick Gallery, and next to it is Blair House, where the Vice President is currently staying. And then there's a house called Trowbridge House, and a place called the Presidential Townhouse, and that's where former presidents of the United States are allowed to stay if they come back to visit the White House. I don't think many of them have stayed there, though. I think Ford did, but then Ford got his own place as an ex-president. Bush Sr., he visited, but he just stayed at the White House because his son was the president, you know. And apparently it was kind of beat up. I mean, it was described as an office with a mattress that was thrown on the floor. Let's go into the try area over here. Whew. Okay. So we had this kind of sketchy homeless guy that was following us for about the last block or two. So sorry if I was a little bit quiet. I was a little bit pre-concerned. So this is that car we saw yesterday. Guy is talking about his kid being kidnapped. He drives around DC all the time. Not really sure all the details. It is raining much harder now. So we'll get you over to Lafayette Park, which I don't think has anything changed, but just wanted to make sure. And then we'll sign off and get this video up online. It's wet. It's wet. Not even the homeless are out today. They're like hiding in the subway system today, probably. And this is like the light rain. The heavy rain is coming down to the south of DC and west of DC right now. And they're telling us, yes, we have a 100% chance of heavy rain later today. It's like, great. My younger one has track practice right now in the rain. I don't think he's happy. I got a text message saying, "You are dumb," which is generally his expression of being annoyed. So these are random haikus that they put out on the streets, I guess to mellow everybody out. Didn't really work. So let's go see what's going on the north side. Lafayette Park. Yeah, so a few blocks back there, this homeless looking guy came across the street and was walking behind me. And he was either muttering to himself or he had like a police radio that was chattering. I couldn't really make it out. And he was behind me for about a block or two. And then he just kind of disappeared. Go figure. That's wet. Muay Thai? I don't know why that car's all Muay Thai. Ah, tree. Do. I can cut over this way. So this is the entrance for White House staff who are going into the compound, and there is no change to the fence up here. No gaps. I thought at least we might get a gap. But nothing. So you see some of the fence is actually like a gate. Like this piece right up here has got a chain on it. Oh, there's a subway underneath us. See, this has got a chain and it can swing open. And they used to do that occasionally. Even with the fences up, they would open the park occasionally. But we're now going on month 10. 10 months of no access to the park. Well, extremely limited access, I should say, which is pretty annoying. Ugh. Yeah, yuck. Just got all wet. The fences and the trees kind of jiggle the umbrella every now and then. The Hay Adams has like a high tea, I think, if you want to go be posh. Here's another one of the gates right here. They could open this as a gate, but they haven't yet. And the Indian protest signs, I guess they just left it here. The guys who are protesting the situation in India. Because, you know, it's on the major issue for America, I guess. Maybe not. All right, where's the White House here? There we go. There we go. We can focus. Maybe we can focus. Hang on a second. There we go. So guys, we made it to Lafayette Park, where there's been no change in the fence line. There is a change in the rain. Rain is coming down. And anyway, I think that's a pretty good review of the situation today. We got rid of some fences, some remain. Hopefully we'll get back to normal pretty soon. Thanks a lot for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, and hey, I think I'm going to start a Telegram channel. Since some of you are not getting notifications, there'll probably be more details about that somewhere. All right, see you soon. Bye-bye.